and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. And welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. Brand new season. So glad to have you with us on this journey. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Here's a look at what's coming up for Boston. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. And then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Trendon Watford is out there with Paul George. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Celtics, Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Brown in at the 3. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. This is opening night for both of these squads. What are these games like to play in, Richard?
It's so much fun. You put in so much work in the offseason to improve, to get better, and now it's your opportunity to show it.
They get the rebound. Queta. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Pass to Embiid. Uses the glass on the layup.
Look, inside, Embiid just has all the tools for success. The height, the power, and more importantly, the tenacity.
Now here's Pritchard. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
And we're about a minute into the first. Pass to Edgecombe. Now Watford. For 3, George drains the triple.
There's no surprise that PG knocked that down.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. They set the pick. Tatum passes to Queta. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Queta's got his second basket of the night. Here's Maxey. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Embiid. Lets it go from 14. Queta pulls it in. And here's Tatum. Outside Pritchard. Left side Tatum. 5 to shoot. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year. Pass to Maxey. And here's Watford. George outside. The 3. It's hauled in by White. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Now here's Tatum. Watford covering. Embiid with a steal. Maxey against Pritchard. Maxey passes to Embiid. And the 3 off target. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, Joel Embiid rarely wanted to share all of his cards, but coming off of what he called the most important offseason of his life, he said he cares about how it will be remembered in the game of basketball, and he understands what remains to be done.
Chasing that ring. Shams, appreciate the report. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Coach knows that Joel Embiid is going to get his fair share of trips to the line, and he told me that's a part of his game, and he's great at it. If he can bait us into contact and still find a way to get a shot up, it's going to take a very disciplined approach from us tonight on Joel. We'll see if they're up for the task. Back to you, Brian.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's White. Following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Brown gets the bucket.
Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own 3.
Philadelphia has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Maxey against Pritchard. Soft touch off the glass. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Boston trailing. Outside Pritchard. Back to Brown. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Philadelphia moving it around. Here's George. That shot, no good. Nice D from Brown. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pritchard, no good. Here's Philadelphia. They trail by 1. For 3, Maxey. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
That's on the D there. You gotta chase Maxey off the three-point line.
Now here's Brown. 7 points in the game. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Watford, to the paint. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
Now here's Brown. Oh, he goes big with the dunk. Right over Joel Embiid.
Was it just me, or was there a little bit extra on that slam by Brown?
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Philadelphia has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Here's Edgecombe. Still no points. For 3, Maxey. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
White, the pass to Brown. Oh, sweet move. Whoa! Oh, my goodness.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. With some changes, Garza's checked in for Queta, and Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. The 76ers making a switch here. The 76ers have gone 6 of 11 so far. Drummond to screen on Simons. For 3, Maxey. Basket counts.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. Well, Richard, the Sixers with a lot of money tied up in Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid.
Ooh, that's not a lot of flexibility. They need those guys to be healthy and contributing. The talent is there, but it also has to be about the availability.
Here's Maxey. After the basket by Boston. Tries the spin move. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Ooh, that is fierce. You want to see a player with no fear? That is Tyrese Maxey.
The Celtics have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. Brown looking around. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Brown's got 13.
Oh, fantastic start from the field for him. 6 for 8.
Drummond with the screen. Pass to George. And stolen by Brown. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And it's the Sixers with the ball. Outside Grimes. Back to Maxey. And he drives in. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Well, the rise of Tyrese Maxey has been fun. What do you think makes him such an exciting player, RJ?
Oh, it's his speed and tenacity for sure. He might be the quickest guard in the league right now. And in addition, he's also become an absolute knockdown shooter.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Minot's checked in for Jason Tatum. Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. Shireman comes in for Derek White. Maxey, no good on the free throw.
What I love most about Maxey is his aggressive attitude. When he's out there, he keeps his foot on the gas pedal.
Simons against Maxey. 6 to shoot. To the wing, right side. And it's Shireman missing.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Sam Hauser. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
He's off on the first. RJ, it was a wild year in Philadelphia. They used 30 players last season.
Third most for a team in league history. They set a record for different starting lineups with over 50. Yes, 50 combination. They're hoping for a little bit more consistency this year.
Looking at who's out there now for Philadelphia. Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Walker comes in for Barlow. And Jared McCain subbed in for Maxey. The floor is spaced for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But they live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
Yeah, such an assertive shooter. Simons has his feet planted and just hits it.
4-3. It's hauled in by Oubre. The Sixers trailing. It's McCain on the wing. He's covered by Simons. Outside Grimes. Out to Oubre. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Celtics. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
And for Boston, they're shooting a terrific 58% to start the game. Excellent numbers. Simons against McCain. Pass to Shireman. Now Simons. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Oubre.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
It's McCain on the wing. They set a pick. Fires the 3. Boston pulls it in. Simons outside. Here's Shireman. He's scoreless. The deep 3. Another miss by Simons.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Now here's McCain. Misses the layup. Simons deciding where to go with it. Oh, Drummond with the block. To the inside. Here's Grimes. And it's all tied up.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And here's Simons outside. Drops in the three. Simons has got 6.
And this is why you want Simons on the floor. I mean, he can really stretch it.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Tillman's checked in for Boston. Walsh comes in for Hauser. And a new group getting ready for the Sixers. Bonus checked in for Drummond. Edwards comes in for Walker. Gordon, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Kyle Lowry in for McCain. Here's Lowry. Outside Oubre. Back to Lowry. Gordon outside. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. On target from range.
A true volume three-point shooter, Eric Gordon is not going to hold back from range.
Here's Shireman, defended by Gordon. Pass to Shireman. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tillman with a screen. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. They get it back. Here's Minot. Here's Walsh. Here's Tillman. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Celtics. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. Kyle Lowry out there with Eric Gordon. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then there's Edwards. And it's Bona in at the center position. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, How much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. So it's Boston now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Tillman passes to White. There's the triple. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Philadelphia has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Lowry against Simons. Pass to Bona. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Here's Gordon. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Now here's White. Simons outside. Tillman with a screen. The 3 is up. And he dunks it down.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's what his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Minot's checked in for Queta. Brown comes in for Walsh. Shireman comes in for White. You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season, RJ.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that. But there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
And Drummond with the jam.
A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Boston leading by 3. Simons with it. He's got 9. Outside, Brown takes a 3. Again, the miss by Boston.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Oubre passes to Drummond. Watford outside. This one for 3. Connects from downtown. Watford's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Tillman passes to Brown. The fadeaway. Gordon pulls it in. And Gordon has got the ball here for the 76ers. Pass to Watford. Philadelphia moving it around. Gordon with a screen on Simons. Clock at 6. Lowry, no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Outside, Brown. Simons outside. Back to Brown from deep three-point land. Boston again missing.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Simons against Lowry. There's the drive. Gordon outside. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Brown against Oubre. It's Tillman, high post. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
To the floor right now is Celtics Entertainment.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Garza's checked in for Tillman. Jason Tatum comes in for Minot. Derek White's checked in for Shireman. And Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. Philadelphia also making some changes. George, he's checked in for Oubre. Grimes comes in for Gordon. And McCain subbed in for Lowry. Brown against George. Nice D from Brown. Boston's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. White, good.
Those assist numbers from Brown have continued to creep up.
And so here is Philadelphia, trailing by 2. George, a screen on Pritchard. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. Nice D from Brown. Boston's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Well, Richard, some stars are the system, but Jason Tatum is often admired as a selfless system player.
Yeah, Jason enjoys being a piece of the greater puzzle. He doesn't have to have everything run through him, and I know that makes his teammates happy.
Here's McCain. After the basket by Boston. Here's Grimes. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Boston leading by 4. Pass to Pritchard. Now Tatum. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Defensive foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Well, injuries a nightmare for the Sixers, Grant. Last season, a league-high 55 different starting lineups.
Yeah, B.A., and their lowest win total since 2016. But some silver linings. Jared McCain was on track for Rookie of the Year before he went down. And Quentin Grimes also impressive.
Just an ugly show for him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Brown with it, guarded now by George. It's stolen. Now Grimes. Here's Embiid. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Yes, Peyton Pritchard doing it at the NBA level. But he was a beast in the college ranks too, Richard.
All-time leader in games played, minutes, and assists in his conference. The only player to reach 1,900 points, 600 assists, and 500 rebounds in the conference. You know, That's pretty tough.
And he makes a first. Tyrese Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. Pritchard hits them both.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Pass to Barlow. Back to Maxey. Picked it out of midair. Here's Gonzalez. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. 5th best, Boston.
That tells you the kind of strong defense they played last season. It wasn't easy to bring the ball inside against them at all.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And it's the Sixers with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Embiid. And that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
Just another thing that makes Embiid unguardable. He can hit shots from any spot on the floor.
Brown against George. Brown passes to Garza. Boston, no good that time either.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Now here's Embiid. Not a lot of room. Grimes. Offensive rebound. And Embiid fires it home.
The reach of Embiid with his size and wingspan, he's a real threat on the offensive glass.
The Celtics on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Outside, Brown. On the wing, Hauser. From the arc. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
76ers trail by 9. Outside Grimes. Pass to Maxey. Let's go with a 3. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
That is how you respond. Maxey with the 3 of his own.
Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Look at Brown, getting it done inside.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Here's Maxey. Outside Grimes. Philadelphia moving it around. George outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Grimes. Shoots over Pritchard. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low. They swipe it. And they're on the run. George in the post. Defended by Pritchard. Nice shot by George. George has got 5 points.
Let me tell you, over the years, George has added a lot of strength. Allows him to absorb the contact in there.
And the Celtics in possession here. And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
Boston with some changes. Williams is checked in for Garza. Minot comes in for Brown. Shireman comes in for Pritchard. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in for Embiid. Walker comes in for Barlow. Edwards, he's checked in for George. And it's Edgecombe in for Grimes. Pass to Shireman. Here's Gonzalez. Maxey covering. Driving in. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Hauser. The three ball. And it's Bona with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And here's Edwards. 1:49 left to play in the first half. Outside Maxey. There's the three. The rebound, Celtics.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Shireman. Here's Gonzalez. Maxey covering. Here's Gonzalez. Williams from long range. Can't hit that one. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Edgecombe. Now Maxey, defended by Hauser. The 11-footer. Minot pulls it in. Boston leading by 6. Here's Gonzalez. Here's Minot. Hauser outside. Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3. Hauser's got 6.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Philadelphia's got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Outside Maxey. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
Well, Maxey's offensive output can be overwhelming. He's so fast and has so many ways to attack you.
"20 seconds left in the first half. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Shireman. Over Edgecombe. And Boston again with the bucket. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm alongside Coach Nick Nurse, and I know you're not too happy with the execution at the defensive end. What needs to be cleaned up?
Yeah, we're making some mistakes on some of the switches. We're making some mistakes on some of the weak side. And then when we did get them to miss a couple, they tipped them right back in. So lots to clean up there.
Okay, it'll be a tough halftime speech from Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're picking up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our contestants.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Boston Celtics.
Their bench has impressed. You get a jolt of energy, all that offense. This is a well-rounded roster.
Yeah, team chemistry, a big point of emphasis for this organization. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
Looking at Philadelphia, I always prefer to start the season at home. They don't have that luxury, but sometimes the W is even sweeter on the road.
Yeah, they'll try to build up momentum before heading home for the next one.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
So it's Philadelphia now. They trail by 9. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Edgecombe, no good.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Pritchard, no good. 76ers trail by 9. Here's Maxey. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
White, the pass to Tatum. And Watford pulls it down.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Over the years, we've seen constant growth from Tatum as a playmaker. Part of the reason why he's an all-NBA first teamer.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Edgecombe. Philadelphia moving it around. Tries the 9-footer, and he can't bank that one in.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all of that stuff, but it'll still work. Guys, back over to you.
Trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Tatum. The 3. Here's Queta. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Queta's gotten 4 this quarter.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
That one goes in.
The offensive arsenal of Embiid is phenomenal. He's capable of scoring in a multitude of ways.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside Pritchard. Back to Brown. And it's blocked by Embiid.
You're not going to have much success going at Embiid like that.
It's stolen by Tatum. Pass to Brown. Now Pritchard for 3. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Maxey. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. That 3's off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Inside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
At the line, Namias Queta. At the line with 1 shot.
And the free throw, no good. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
Clock is at 3. From the wing. Rebound Boston.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
To the wing on the left. Outside White. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Pritchard. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. The Celtics in second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Checked in for Tatum. '76ers trail by 11. Grimes, the pass to Watford. Now here's George. Pass to Maxey. Drummond, the screen on Pritchard. Puts up a deep 3. Philadelphia with another miss. Boston leading by 11. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
76ers trail by 14. Outside Grimes. Pass to Drummond. Here's Watford. Drummond with the screen. For 3, Maxey. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
Now here's Tatum. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. And the Celtics making a change here. Cade is checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Barlow comes in for Watford, and McCain subbed in for Maxey.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
Pass to Drummond. Back to Grimes to stop the run. Brown against George. job in the low post. George has gotten his third basket of the night. And White has got the ball here for the Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Right side, Tatum. Back to White. That shot off. Grimes with a defensive effort. 76ers trail by 15. Pass to Drummond. 14 feet away. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now Brown. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So Boston ends up going with a new group. The 76ers also with a sub. Oubre, he's checked in for Paul George. The 76ers shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Pass to Drummond. Drummond with the screen. Grimes. Drummond inside. The rebound, Celtics. Garza's got 4 rebounds now.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Simons outside. Pass to Garza. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. Garza's got 5 now.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
76ers trail by 18. Now Grimes. Philadelphia moving it around. Drummond inside. Missed inside. To the middle. Here's Gonzalez. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Simons has a shoot-first mindset, but he also takes great pride in making plays for others.
Outside McCain. Outside Grimes. Gets the 3 ball to go. Grimes has got his second basket.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Boucher. Now Hauser fires the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's McCain. No points so far. Grimes, the pass to Drummond. Comes up empty down low. Celtics lead by 20. Pass to Simons. Hauser outside. From downtown. No good there. Philadelphia's gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Now McCain. Takes the 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boston's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Gonzalez passes to Boucher. Here's Hauser. Knocks down the long J. Hauser's got 12.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
The 76ers shooting only 42%. Pass to Oubre. 3-pointer. The shot no good.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
It's stolen by Oubre. Inside. Here's McCain. Oh, rejected by Boucher. Drummond finds Oubre. 5 on the clock. From behind the arc. Rebound Boston.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
Now here's Simons, covered by Grimes. Here's Hauser. And he drops it in from the low post. Hauser's got 8 points here in the quarter. Now Philadelphia with it. Outside McCain, and there's a pick. Pass to Grimes. To get back on track, Garza grabs the board. Garza's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And here's Simons. Here's Gonzalez, covered by McCain. Here's Garza. On the wing, Simons. From outside, off the mark.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Pass to McCain. Down low. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Gonzalez. Here's Garza. Drummond defending. Here's Simons. Count it. Simons got 11 points.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Celtics out in front, running away with this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Trendon Watford is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games. And they've made that adjustment since the break.
Here's Embiid. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Oubre can't hit. And it's Simons with the ball for the Boston Celtics. And after this game wraps up, they're off to New York to take on the Knicks. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Pass to Queta. Outside, Brown. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. And the 76ers shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Maxey passes to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Over Pritchard. That's short off the rim. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Simons outside. Fires for 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
To the left wing. A clear look for Embiid. Cash money on the open jump shot.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
To the inside. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to his perfect skill set. Like, when he's dropping dimes like that, like, Jason Tatum is a problem.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Embiid, high post. There are usually one or two mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Pass to Queta. And here's Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Simons finds Tatum. And here's Brown for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got rebound number 7 tonight.
He's not making much of an impact from deep. His sole three-pointer came in the first half.
Here's Tatum. Here's Simons. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Maxey passes to Watford. Now Embiid. Out to Oubre. Launches a 3. They get it back. Goes back up. And the basket by Embiid. Embiid's got 21.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Outside Tatum. From outside the arc. That shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Maxey. And here's Embiid. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
White, he's checked in for Boston. Andre Drummond is checked in for the Sixers. Paul George comes in for Oubre. The 76ers have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Drummond to screen on Simons. Pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. Releases from 15. No good, off the front rim. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Queta, pass to Brown. Again, the miss by Boston.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
To the paint. And the jam by Drummond.
Smart pass from the quick-thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
So it's Boston now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Put your hands together for Celtics Entertainment. Please put your hands together and welcome to Center Court, Celtics Entertainment.
Now here's Simons. Outside White. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range. And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum to win the drought. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Drummond to screen on White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You got to blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Now here's Tatum. Simons passes to White. Brown against George. Pass to Simons from deep. Some solid defense from Maxey. Philadelphia has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Now here's Brown. Shoots over George. Brown can't hit. And the 76ers with possession. Big run right now for him, 11-2. Here's Edgecombe. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Brown's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Tatum with the drive.
Those improved handles of Tatum, that's a big part of his growth.
George with it. Well, you want officials to get the calls right, but for video review, maybe institute a 2-minute time limit, you think?
Oh, I would love a good 2-minute time limit, but the worst thing to do would be to go to a 2-minute time limit and then have them not get it right. Then you wasted all that time for nothing.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Simons outside. Left side, Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Back to Simons. Drummond grabs the miss.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Here's Watford. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Tatum.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
For 2.
First one falls for him. Pritchard's checked in for Simons. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Embiid's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Boston leading by 22. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Keita. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Drills it from deep. Tatum's got 11 points here in the second half.
In the second half, we've seen him refocus his shooting. Much fewer wasted possessions.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. There's a screen. Here's Edgecombe. He's guarded by White. Jacks up a three. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
No, it's hard to contain Edgecombe. And that opens things up in the pick and roll.
Boston's shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Pass to Keita. It's tipped. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Now here's Pritchard. Outside White. Over Edgecombe. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. George for three. That one no good. Celtics lead by 23. Pritchard, the pass to Keita. Now here's White. Right side Tatum. Back to White. Over Edgecombe. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Jaylen Brown.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
That's good from George. You know, when you think about the league's most capable scorers, Paul George has to be on that list, Richard.
When I think of PG, he's just a perfect basketball player. Dunks, threes, mid-range. This man can do it all. And when he's got it going, it's hard to think of a more complete scorer. Ooh, good little touch on the floater. Tatum making it look way too easy.
.107 left in the final quarter. Pass to Edgecombe. George in the post. Brown's there. And George gets it to go on the assist from Edgecombe. 56 seconds left in the game. Outside Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Lets the three fly. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
And the basket by Embiid.
Assist goes to Trendon Watford.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside White. Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Now Maxey. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
All right, to Allie LaForce with our player of the game.
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness. And, you know, we figuring it out. It's early, but we taking it game by game, quarter by quarter, and everybody contributing. So, you know, I like it.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.